All right, that's how we're starting the podcast. Welcome to the Cool Guys Zone podcast, episode number 2. Today, we're going to be talking about video games that we're currently playing, updates we'd like to see, and games that are coming out soon that we're waiting to buy and dive into. My name's same name from the Cool Guys Zone. We got Walty, my brother, co-owner of the Cool Guys Zone, and we got Rob Darkersard. How you doing today, everybody?
How are we? What you guys up to right now?
Nothing much. Our AC just said 86 degrees in this room, so I'm so pumped to be here right now.
Oh, it's great.
No, it's actually really nice. I'm getting used to this heat. I work in this office 9 to 6 p.m. Thursday through Monday, so I am getting used to the heat right now. I drink a ton of water, at least a gallon a day. 16 to 20 natty ices to get that extra water that you're missing. I'm joking. But no, I am drinking a lot of water. But the heat is actually almost becoming comfortable at this point.
Yeah, see, I just had to go tweak my air because it was like 74 in here.
I will stab you.
So I made it 73.
You're the worst.
You're the worst, dude. No, but seriously, the heat isn't bugging me as much, so that's nice. Walty just had a nice slice of mushroom pizza. I just ate my salad from Ishino. Went there, got some sushi, a little bit of hibachi, and it came with 2 salads and a soup.
Yes, I'm a little upset about that.
Oh, no big deal.
Oh, me too.
It was delicious. I got your back.
You're taking the food out of my food's mouth. Please stop that.
Dude, I talked to Ginty the other day. We were going to go yesterday, and we're like, oh, let's save it for tomorrow because we went for a walk and everything. We're like, went for a walk, talked about streaming, editing. Ginty95 is our editor. Thank you so much for all the hard work you do for us. Just had COVID. He is now COVID-free, and it's been about like 5 days since he's had it. So he's been trying to do running and getting outside again. So we've been trying to plan some things, get outside, and we're like, why not eat some sushi today? Let's have a healthy lunch, something we haven't had in a while. So it was a lot of fun.
Did he have COVID-19 or did he have COVID-95?
19 actually. Did not experience the 95 levels.
Good. I'm glad he's all right.
Yeah, he's doing a lot better. It's rough. I was not hanging out with him, but we were playing Halo 3 all last week, and he was just telling me anytime he ate, he literally couldn't taste things, and he just felt like back was sore. I mean, I experienced it in March, and it was not like what he had. I mean, the soreness and everything was real, but he literally said he couldn't taste things. I'm like, that is a different COVID than I had. That is terrifying. But no, yeah. So it was a lot of fun. Got to hang out. Got to be outside today. It was really hot, and I think I'm just immune to this 86-degree bungalow that we're in.
I am not immune to it. I sweat.
Come hang out with us. You'll like it.
I'm in a pizza shop all day. This is a lot. This is cool. And in here, this is nice. I'm relaxed.
Yeah, but you don't get to smell that sweet pepperoni.
Oh boy, pepperoni.
Yeah, can your enthusiasm, friend?
Yeah.
Walty's a pescatarian.
No, it's just if you've ever opened up a bag of pepperoni, you know it doesn't. It's not that.
Oh, I love it.
Smell.
I
Do
would,
you?
Of
course you love it. Of course you love it. That's. It makes sense to me that you would love that smell.
Yeah, Rob, you used to work at a pizza shop for like a couple of years, right?
Yeah, like 4.
Dang.
4 issues.
See, I never worked at a pizza shop. I did work at Texas Roadhouse for a while, and I love that. The smells that you get from there.
Yeah, that's just not fair.
Oh, it's so amazing.
Rolls.
I used to close down the kitchen, and sometimes he'd be like, hey, we got some prime rib we're about to throw out, and I'll be like, hey, I live with my grandparents right now. Let me take that home. Usually they wouldn't let me, and I'm like, I'll even buy it at this point. And better believe I brought home one day I brought home, I think, 64 ounces of prime rib. Whew. Great.
And now I'm hungry. This podcast is going to quickly turn into we need to take a break to go eat.
Oh,
don't do this to me.
Rob, what are you getting us?
Yeah, what time is it?
Rob, what's for dinner? 9:10.
9:10.
Eastern time, PM.
Angie's Pizza.
All right. So what we're talking about today?
I'm not.
I'm looking for the Hungry Howie's, man. That pizza. Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what have you guys what have you guys been playing? What do you guys got going on? What's I want to hear what Walty first, then we'll go to the same name, and then maybe I'll weigh in. What is hot right now? What are you playing off stream that you're enjoying?
I'm playing Catherine full body right now off stream because I'm not allowed to stream it.
Such
but
a shame.
but I am really enjoying the game, and I'm happy I'm playing it off stream. I would at least want to finish the game before I played it on stream, because there's so many different endings to it.
13.
I think I saw 13. Do you want to Google real quick, Catherine endings? But I would love to, do the one I'm playing through now and be surprised by everything that's going on, and then be able to, walk myself through like the true ending. Yeah, 13 endings. But yeah, I would like to play through like the true ending next, and I think that'd be awesome to be able to play it on stream or do YouTube content.
The big thing though is we do have a younger audience, so it's kind of good that we can't do it. I want to say our demographic is probably 14 to 17
it's
is a
real
large percent. I feel like that would not be appropriate. So I wish you could stream it. I wish you could stream it, but at the same time, it's nice also because we do stream most of our games that we're playing.
Oh yeah,
it's nice to get away and play a game and not do it. Like
absolutely.
I watch so many YouTube content creators, and they usually say, like I was watching somebody play Mario today, the new Paper Mario, and he's talking about how he just wanted to play it through himself, but he had to make content on it. And when he said that, I could feel it in his voice. It's like, I just want to enjoy this, but my job is to cover it. Mm-hmm. And when I felt that, I'm like, oh, that's very real. When I play Halo 3, I like to be off. I like to play. I like to talk shit. I like to teabag somebody and be like, hey, I owned you that game, so let's go. But I'm not going to do that with our demographic that we have. It's like, because I really like to be toxic. But at the same time, like, we're toxic free.
It just
I only do that if somebody's challenging me or somebody types in a message and says something that really rubs me the wrong way, drops the N-word or something like that. The whole game, I'm going to teabag you. I'm going to find you. If you're on my team, I'm getting booted because I'm going to kill you so many times. I'm going to betray you. I had that. Ginty and I were playing Halo 2 when before Halo 3 came out on PC. We were playing Halo 2. We were just dominating. It was like 35-1, and somebody, the whole team quit out but one kid, and our teammate was just dropping the N-word and all this stuff and just saying all these things. And I'm like, get out of here, dude! Like nobody wants to hear that. Even if you're on my team, I don't want to hear that. Ginty betrayed him. He got booted. And then I wrote a message to Microsoft. And I'm like, I want this person banned. This is what I said. I took screenshots. I sent it to him. And I'm like, I will not play your game until I see he was banned. A week later, I got a message saying that my comment or my feedback resulted in this person being banned for a week. So I'm willing to play again.
Congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you.
Rid of the toxic players in the Halo community.
That's like beyond toxic. That's like to a different level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even outside of that, I mean, I definitely, not to shy away from getting to what you're playing, but I do have games myself that's like, these are games I enjoy streaming. These are games I enjoy making YouTube content or just recording. And then I do have games where it's like, I don't want to stream these. These are for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Halo 3 is that to me. I competed in it for 3 years of my life. I wish I could see my stats on like how much time I put towards it. Because from day one it came out, I refused to play it. It took me about a month after Halo 2 came off the competitive circuit that I started playing Halo 3. And no joke, I probably played Halo 3 anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day. And that was still in high school. So I was only getting 3 to 5 hours of sleep on a regular basis just to make sure I was the best I could be. And I mean, I played so much into it. And it's just, the game means way more to me than in streaming it. I can't do it. It's so hard to do.
When you got those passion games that you're about it,
exactly.
It's hard to focus on the stream.
Yeah. A game I do want to stream though is Dungeon Keeper.
Oh,
I'm about to buy a copy of Dungeon Keeper and start playing that.
Oh, that's like one of my favorite games ever.
Have you ever played that, Rob?
I'm not gonna look that up when we're done.
Ooh, you should.
Or if you want to talk, do you want to touch on it for a minute? Go right ahead.
Oh, we
Yeah.
want to do a very special Dungeon Keeper
Yeah,
episode one day.
yeah,
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
then
so
I'll-
I think you should play it, and we could all talk about
Oh
it.
yes.
I mean,
that'd
it's
be
a
great.
Windows
Awesome.
98 game.
Yes. Dungeon
Okay.
Keeper Gold.
Dungeon
Deeper
Keeper
Dungeon.
Gold.
Keeper Gold.
Yeah, it's RTS.
Yeah, it's a real-time strategy. You like build a dungeon. You have a dungeon heart. You got to protect it. You have creatures. It's like you're a floating hand. You know.
Like Master Hand.
Yes, but green.
Yeah,
and you have long
essentially, yeah.
nails.
But yeah, it's like a creepy hand, and then you can you have these imps. They dig things, build rooms for you, and you have creatures that fight for you.
I actually just sent you a link to it right now.
Yeah, it's
It's
perfect.
$5.99.
It's great. You're the bad
Oh,
guys.
okay.
Yeah.
Your enemies are called the heroes. It's great.
The game came out June 26th of '97.
Okay, so it's like Karate Kid through the eyes of William Zabka.
Exactly.
Perfect. The
I don't-
true hero of the story.
Yes. I'm actually buying it right now as we speak.
Oh, nice. I'm really jealous. Where did you get that on?
GOG.com.
Okay.
Oh, good old games.
Is that what
Hashtag
it is?
Sponsored. Yeah.
I actually might have bought this from them already, so I'm about to log in. You guys keep talking though.
All right. But yeah, yeah. What's
I was
up?
gonna say I've been jamming on Fallout 76, and I know one of the topics we're gonna discuss in the upcoming minutes is content updates and content drops for games that we would like to see. And I mean, Fallout 76 is one of those perfect examples of a content drop that made me go from having zero interest in a game that I was passionate about, Fallout, for 10 years. And then that one content drop comes out and makes me care about the game again. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. What were you saying, Walty?
Oh, I don't know. I was been playing Catherine, and like you said, yeah, I kind of do feel like I'm enjoying it more because I do just get to sit on the couch and just play it for as long as I want. I'm watching TV
Yeah.
and I'm playing it. But yeah, oh my goodness, like it's like a lot of like the cutscenes are like, it looks like it's like I'm watching anime. It's great, and it's like it's super immersive. Like the story is like it's so intense. Like I get so nervous at times, and
Atlas is good
the
at that.
puzzles are great.
Yeah, Atlas is real good at that.
Oh
They're
yeah,
fantastic storytellers. They've got beautiful character development, beautiful
Mhm.
art, beautiful music.
oh absolutely. Oh dude, the music. There's like a jukebox in this bar that you are in every day, and it has songs in it from. There's like you can pick songs from Catherine, you can pick songs from Persona 4, 5, Persona Q. There's like a bunch of different like songs from different Atlas games in the jukebox, and it could be playing the whole time while you're in the bar, and it's really cool.
The soundtrack from Persona 5 is GOAT. It's GOAT
Money.
status.
It's so good.
I don't have that app here. That's my watch, guys, tuning in. Hey, Apple. Hey, Siri, how we doing tonight? Oh, you don't have content to provide? Then shut up, please.
But, dude, I think my favorite thing, like I find myself doing the puzzles, like I'm trying to hurry up just so I can see the next cutscene in the game because it's so. I'm like, what's gonna happen in this damn game? But
I felt
the
about like
puzzles.
the Metal Gear Solid games.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, I feel I agree. But yeah, with Catherine, the puzzles are just incredible. Like I've never played a game with the puzzles like that where you're sliding blocks around or anything like that. Like it's not just matching like a pattern of shapes together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I saw
it's
it.
like I'm making a path like
yeah,
to get
you're
to the
making
top.
a path. You mess up. You
Yeah.
only have a couple options.
Yeah.
And
It's,
you're eliminating one. You might have 3 options, and you could
Mhm.
eliminate one so early that you have to backtrack.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you could do.
mm-hmm.
And
Well, no, they
I didn't
teach
play
you-
the game. I just watched,
Yeah.
and I watched the struggle. Yesterday, Walt and I were trying to get some Uber Eats, and honestly, it took us 2 attempts to get Uber Eats, and they still didn't deliver. And it was like 2:30 in the morning. Walty probably started this puzzle at 11, and I just remember him going, "Fuck yeah, let's go!" And I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "I beat it." I'm like, the game? He's like, "No, that puzzle."
But the games like that they're amazing when you just get that one small feat that makes you that sense of accomplishment from that one small thing. That's great, and games lack
Oh,
that
yeah.
a lot these days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and that's why I love. I don't like these games like Catherine. Like I don't. It's very every so often I get a game like this. It's like, oh wow, like a real head scratching moment in a game where I'm like, what am I? Wait a minute, how am I gonna do this? But that doesn't that, and that's I think there was like a Fire Emblem Three Houses, like well, probably the last game I was really
Oh,
diving
cool.
into. Like there's moments in that where I was like where I had that, but
Mhm.
not like but since the very first puzzle in Catherine, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell am I supposed to do here? And it's great because the character, he's like, oh shit, how am I gonna get out of here? Like
Yeah.
he's like he knows he's fucked too because I don't know what the hell to do.
So
But it's I learned like I didn't realize I was getting better at the game as I was going. Like I don't know, it's like kind of the way I learned. It's like I didn't know that I was sitting here just practicing or whatever the whole time. It was great.
for me, Fire Emblem Three Houses changed my outlook at video games. Like, there's a long time I was just competing, and I didn't play games at all. I only competed, and then there's a while that once that stopped for me, probably in like 2015. 2015 to 2019, I really didn't play any games other than maybe Apex and a little bit of Fortnite and Magic. But once again, that's competing. Once I played Fire Emblem Three Houses, I was like, oh, this is it. This is what I needed to restore my faith in video games. That they're worth the time, and I put 50 plus hours into one playthrough, and I was at work every day. It's like I'm almost done. One more call, and then I got Fire Emblem coming. It's just a magical game to me.
Same way about Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah.
Oh,
I went through a dry spell where I didn't play anything but shooters and competitive stuff, and you know, everybody. I had one of those Vitas on launch, but I didn't really play too much. And then one day I'm in the store and I see the Atlas logo in the bottom left, and I'm like, oh, Persona on the Vita. I haven't played 4. 4 is an older game. It's remade for the Vita, and it sucked right into it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I played Persona 4 on PS2. I put 80 hours into it. I didn't finish the game, but it was that I loved that game. But
Those games are so good.
Yeah, but yeah, go on, please.
Oh no, that was just
Okay.
same kind of experience Sam Name went through with you go through a dry spell and then one game just gets you back out of it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, and I just started revisiting Animal Crossing. I gotta wait for it for a very long time. You and I were talking about this earlier today. Is the game, the progression when you first started on the island, you had a tent, you had almost nothing to do, you had to craft your own stuff, and it was exciting to do it. After a week, maybe a week and a half of playing it, and KK comes. Sorry, this is spoilers, by the way. If you haven't played through the very beginning, feel free to mute this. It's probably going to go on for a minute. But KK Slider, he comes to the island, and that's it. And then you're free to do whatever. Whenever you go to Tom Nook and you're like, hey, what should I do? I don't know. I think it's a very good question. You should go talk to Isabel, see how your island rating is. I don't care about that anymore. I want more progression. I'm done with the game. I find 5 fossils a day. Every 2 or 3 days, I find one I don't have. And even after I finish the museum, what do I have? Like, I collapsed my whole 3rd and 2nd story inclines. It's all one floor except for one part. And that was fun to me, but I know I'm going to get burnt out with the game already. It's just very therapeutic. Like when I'm at work and I'm getting stressed out, I just throw that game on. I just live in that world, and it's amazing. But other than that, the game is boring to me right now.
But what you just said about how you play it when you're at work and it's therapeutic for you, that's the goal of that game.
Sure.
I think that's what they set out to do when they made that game.
Sure, but I think it should have more story to it. I think that it shouldn't only have 2 weeks worth of story. Even if you're playing the game for 30 to 45 minutes a day, for the first 2 weeks, you will beat the game and you're done. The only thing you could do is terraform, which sucks already. I know it's a new feature, so I expected it to be bad, but not this bad. The disappointment with terraforming is the same level as Pokemon Sword and Shield to me.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute because that's what I want to talk about. I feel like the problem with Animal Crossing was you had they had this concept that was like, well, let's rush the people through the story so that we can get into this whole world of your creativity and your imagination is the only thing holding you back.
Exactly.
But it doesn't have the tools to expand on that.
It's
Like
not
it's,
Minecraft.
yeah, and it's missing a lot of those elements, and it kind of got stuck in between being like an Animal Crossing meets Minecraft, but it didn't do either of those things correctly.
Well, I think
I think it did the Animal Crossing aspect
It
correctly.
did it correctly. It just did it too fast.
It did. For having a main plot the way it is starting an island off scratch, it should have took months to do. It should have took months to get all the villagers that you wanted. It should have took months to get terraforming. I mean, it should have just took more time. I mean, they know building that game, people are getting time skip. I'm not a time skipper, and I don't think it's a bad thing or anything. Don't judge you for doing it.
I do.
But, Walty can.
So
But
does
this-
Rossetti.
But at the same time, if you want to play the game, make it. If you have a story like that, why would you only make it for such a short time? That game has so much replay value that you have nothing to do though but fish and find all the new stuff. Cool. But if you have a story, make it last longer. Make a new DLC that actually has a deal, like another thing that you have to. Oh, you don't have this item. It's a brand new one to the game, or go to this island and restore this one because it's all infested like this old one we got. Tom Nook is a moneymaker. He's going to want more islands. That maybe the next DLC or whatever, you should be able to control more than one island. So you have your main one. You go take a boat or the airplane to go to a new one and restore that as well. Get new villagers to live there, and Tom Nook could capitalize on that as well.
Slow down the early progression of the game by, instead of it being 2 or 3 days in your tent, you do a couple weeks in your tent, but they slowly introduce bits and pieces of the terraforming in between when you get your each new upgrade, and it's not just okay, story's over, here's terraforming, now you're bored of everything.
Yeah, and the big thing to me was that you couldn't see the whole island right away.
Yeah.
You had this whole island. You didn't have a ladder. You didn't have the bridges or the vaulting pole. It was exciting when I got that vaulting pole. I'm like, oh, I could go pick weeds here, complete those challenges, and make this a beautiful spot too. But it went all way too quick.
Hey, you know what? If you're in love with the game, I mean that's
The
more
game
power
is
to you.
the game is great. I'd still give it like an 8 out of 10. But
Yeah, I mean it's still Animal Crossing.
what it does with Animal Crossing, the world that they comparing it to other games from Animal Crossing, is by far the best. But what really hurt me is that when I was expecting all this stuff, when I counted down, I had my background on my work PC was a countdown for Animal Crossing coming out because I knew the story was actually there versus like, hey, you're moving into this island, go meet everybody and pick weeds and plant flowers and trees and catch some stuff, live here. They actually had an actual story, in my opinion, and it flew by.
You were looking forward to that Animal Crossing world, but with development. And
Yeah, exactly. And I played the game probably 6 to 8 hours every day for the first week or two, and I loved every second of it. And I'm like, oh, when terraforming comes to me, I'm gonna have so much fun. And then I got it. I hated it.
I think I think most like a big part of what your issue of the game is how clunky the terraforming is. The terraforming is really clunky. I mean, and really that's my biggest issue with Animal Crossing. I don't think I really have a lot of them. I've been playing like all of the Animal Crossings. I didn't play much of the one on the Wii, but yeah, like you said, Johnny, is that this probably is my favorite one, but because it gives you so much creativity, like so much freedom to kind of do whatever you want. You've never been able to really move. I don't think you could move like their houses wherever you wanted before. That's awesome.
Doesn't know.
Yeah, I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
You couldn't move the businesses or the stores wherever you wanted. You could have like 5 bridges or something like that. You could build the ramps I think it gives you so many options, so much freedom, really. But it's just I understand what you don't like about it.
Yeah, like I said, I still
it-
think it's the best Animal Crossing ever created that I've played. But my thing is like, even if you're going to get rid of the story, you got everything terraforming, at least have villagers come up to you and be like, John, I need you to make this for me. I don't know how to do it. Do you have this recipe? Can you make me 4 of these, or do something that like you actually have a task other than the Nook miles, the 5 you get a day. I would like something like a concern, like we really need this in this city. Can you, or this island? Can you make this for
If you
us?
talk to them, I think they'll ask you to build certain things.
I've never
No?
had them, not once. Whenever I run into them in the store, though, I will buy the item they stand in front of.
Yeah.
You could trade it to them, and they'll give you a rare item.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh,
they'll be
nice.
like, "Oh, I was thinking about getting this bathtub. Ah, shoot, I was supposed to buy something. I've totally forgot. The store's closed now. Son of a gun.
You could just turn back
I
time.
have turnips. If you
Oh yeah, don't do
you
that.
can't turn back. You can
No.
only go forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was supposed to buy the shower. They had a full walk-in shower. It's so beautiful.
Hmm.
I wanted it, and I didn't get it. Damn it.
Hey, I'm now getting ready to go back and expand upon my journey to become the best in Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Nice.
Oh.
Congrats. How's that going?
Haven't started yet. I just purchased the Isle of Armor.
Oh nice.
I believe that's what it was. So I'm ready. I don't know if you guys have touched on it at all, or if you've done anything.
No,
with
but
it,
I have ripped it apart. I've watched
Yeah.
three. I watched 3 playthroughs of it, and I'll give you the biggest flaw that Nintendo made with this DLC and how long it took. I understand it's going to take time and everything, and I don't fault them for that. But with the amount of rare candies, or what, not rare candies, what do they call them in the game? Large candies, small candies, all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When I watched somebody, Brown Man, he changed his stream to Ray. I forget but Ray Jr. He played through it, and he played so much. He had every shiny Pokemon. He had them all pretty much level 100, and I forget what gaming company did the article on it and said that the Isles were going to change. They're going to adapt to your level. They did not. They're all level 60s, and he had everyone level 100. He could use Tackle and win his way through the whole thing without a struggle. They had great content in the game, but I would suggest replaying the whole thing and beating that part as well with it, because so many people have level 100s, because I think this Pokemon had the biggest replay value in anyone ever. And the fact that it's online and you did all the raid battles, there's no reason you wouldn't have a bunch of level 100s. It's too easy.
I do think the problem with that game was I started playing it, and then I got to the wild area, and then next thing I know, I've got team of level 60, and I've only got 2 badges.
I love
'Cause
the
you
wild
just
area.
blast through those raids, like you just get sucked into them. They're so
Oh, they're
next thing
fun.
You know, you got all those candies, and you're like, oh well,
Yeah.
now I've got a Charizard.
Oh yeah. And I had a Charizard at badge 4, I think.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's just that game was. I think it's beautiful. I would give it probably a 6 out of 10. The 6 comes from the environment they created. Gameplay wise, it loses the 4 points. It's just terrible. Hop makes me never want to play the game. I speedrun the game, and I've beaten it 3 or 4 times, and the longest part, I'll probably beat the game under 6 hours. And I would dedicate 2 to 3 of them go to Hop.
yeah. I was gonna say him talking is like, it's easily 50%.
And I know there's speedrunners. I watch a lot of them do it, and they'll do it under 3.5 hours. But 40 to 50% of the speedrun goes to chatting, and you can't skip it. And Hop sucks. Everything about him sucks except for his gaming, his actual development as a character. I enjoyed more than any other Pokemon game. He goes from being so confident, wanting to be just like his brother, gets shitted on the whole game, and then goes into this evil, well, I would say evil forms, like, oh, Pokemon are only good as how strong they are. Kind of what Blue would say back in the day. And then he gets shitted on again. And then he's like, you know what? It is about just having a great party, being friends, having that connection. And like he goes through a lot of stuff. And I think that this is the first character you really see that with. But I still hate him so much.
I hate's a strong word, but
Oh, hate.
No,
Hate is
I get it.
absolutely
No,
what I think.
I completely understand.
Hate. He is the reason I won't play the game again. I will replay it, but not the parts with him. As soon as I see him, I'll probably turn off the game, and that'll be 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you're gonna get through the intro. Well, I mean, if we're gonna touch on that, then let's go to what are some of the games that you enjoy and you're playing that there's some things that you could think could change it to something a little bit more enjoyable.
I mean, with speaking of Pokemon, I really think if they made it a way that after you beat the game, you should unlock a mode that you could actually skip text or change. Just, I don't know.
New
I
Game
mean,
Plus.
there definitely should be a new game plus. I think all Pokemon games, especially nowadays, there should be a easy, normal, hard, impossible. I mean, they should do that. Why wouldn't they? Just make the AI intelligent. Don't use rest turn 1 when you're faster than me.
What I don't understand is how Nuzlocke runs have been a thing for so long, but Game Freak has not put it into their own games. Like, find a way to do that.
Never thought about that. Never thought about that, but absolutely. Yeah. But I don't think they will, because I think where the target audience is, they don't want you, and this is just assumption, I don't think they want somebody to pick that, build a bond, and just get ripped apart by losing their favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, they'll go play Fire Emblem if they want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Fire Emblem is to a larger audience. I mean, older audience. Yes. Pokemon, I think, is based on a lot of different age groups, but I think the target audience is for everybody, but at the same time, they're catering to younger audiences at the same time. Like Pokemon Red and Blue, when I was a kid, good luck. I didn't read that text. I got lost all the time because I was young. I did not care. I just wanted to fight people and beat the game. And now you don't have to worry about that. Anyone could beat that game. You don't have to read text. It walks you through it. It literally labels the cities 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so you don't get lost.
Oh yeah,
I think they do need to realize that. Of course, they're going to try to cater to that younger crowd and get them into it. I don't think they'll have a problem with that. They do need to recognize that a large chunk of their player base are people like you guys and me who have been playing since Red and Blue.
Yeah. But I mean, they still do. They still make that world that we wanted. Think about it. When you were playing the game, I don't know how old you were, but I was 4 or 5. I wanted Pokemon in real life. This game pretty much got me as close to it as possible. You know, I got to see them running around in a world. I got to see them swimming. You know, you get to see them in a different way. And I think that's what somebody my age I wanted. I'm sick of just running in the grass and running to Rattata, or going in a cave and running into 1,000 Zubats. I don't have to use repels the whole game. And being able to see the Pokemon, I got to experience it in a different way and enjoy the game differently.
That was completely awesome. I loved that feature so much.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I'd like to see it expanded a little bit more.
Yeah, like I feel like there should have just been like big open like worlds like little open like environments in between towns or something, like, you know, and like don't make it like super easy, like make it like a little puzzle to navigate through or something like that. Like I feel like there's a lot of old Pokemon games where you had to like, I don't know, I feel like what was it, like you would have to push boulders through holes in the ground so they'd slide down into certain spots, stuff like that.
I struggled so hard with things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like there's points, like I was just playing blue version on my 3DS, and I was in Lieutenant Surge's horrible torture chamber of a gym, trying to flip the two switches in the trash can. Oh my god, there's like a... It's the worst thing ever. I hate it so much. I was doing it for like 30 minutes, dude. I was losing my mind. I just wanted to go fight him. Yeah. It was like, you know, like that's a frustrating thing. Like I'm glad Pokemon doesn't do that anymore. But I would like something that, you know, like the idea is like I know they had like the little puzzles in the gyms in Sword and Shield, but none of them were really. They were all so easy.
Those were mind numbing. I mean, it's like there was no challenge to those. There was no like, oh, you mess up, you gotta walk out of the gym, come back, reset the whole thing. You remember that with the ice one when you had
Yes,
yeah.
Bryce's.
If you
gym or
messed it up, you
whatever,
had
or,
to
yeah.
reset. You had to walk out, come back in.
That's what I was going to talk about was that one. So you just did.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, I don't know. But I also just sometimes when I'm shaking my fist at Pokemon, I feel like I'm an old man just complaining about it.
Oh yeah, the game is well. Like I said, I still think the game's beautiful and everything. It's just obviously when it comes to me, it's their game, their art, everything. I respect it, but for me, based on all the games I've ever played with Pokemon, this is the easiest. It is so straightforward.
Oh, yeah, and
and
it just holds your hand the whole time.
yeah,
Just
it holds your
it-
hand.
It takes you to the next spot.
Yeah, it's just I was expecting a lot more, and I think that's where I hate to say it, but I think I fault myself there.
Well, that's
Expectations
yeah.
suck
We were all in that same boat.
Oh yeah, no, I've
because I saw so much gameplay of them walking around in that one area,
yes.
riding the bike, doing all this stuff on water. I'm like, oh my, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever, and that's right. They sold me on the game,
Well, they sold you on that because that's all there was.
but at the same time, yeah, that's the
Well,
biggest
that was
thing.
the biggest.
That's
thing.
the biggest
They knew that
selling
was the
point.
place people were going to spend most of their time because that's where all the post game stuff is, like where you do all the living environment. Like things change. Like the what is it called? The wild area.
You're
Yeah.
probably creative like that, yeah.
It's really I think they did such a great job with that because it's based on the weather. Different Pokemon will appear and stuff like that. I think to me that's really cool. Like I'm glad they brought stuff like that into Pokemon. Like I know
Yep.
before there were certain factors on whether or not a Pokemon would be around, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's ever been like that this in depth, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wasn't really upset that they didn't do all the Pokemon. I know a lot of people did, and that's the biggest point for people. It's like, oh, you're not gonna have all the Pokemon. It's like, okay, dude, they're creating a world that is completely different to any Pokemon game we've ever experienced. Let them do this. Next game will be better.
Yeah.
But when I played the story, I can't excuse them. I can't.
Yeah, no, I mean that was with
Yeah.
the last games were like that too with Sun and Moon. They held your hand a lot.
Sun and Moon, I enjoyed a little bit, but I got super bored at probably the end of Badge 8. After that, I was like, oh, I don't want to finish this anymore.
Well,
That's
there
when
weren't
the-
8 badges. I don't think it was. You did trials.
Trials.
Yeah, there
excuse
were
me,
the
8
trials.
trials.
And it
Excuse
was
me.
very confusing. I never knew at what point. I was never like, so how far am I in this game right
Oh,
now?
you're 3 out of 8 trials. No, but I just thought they did. I don't know. They tried too hard to change it, but make it interesting. Why would you get rid of badges? I don't know. I
well,
go
they
on
brought
all
them
of it.
back, so
Yeah,
We're getting mad now.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We're
punch my
getting
computer.
upset. Well, here
No,
I'll
it's
I'll
really-
go ahead and say
yeah, go ahead.
I stream a lot of Fortnite, so
Mhm.
that's I know you guys enjoy it off stream. You guys don't. Your community isn't too big on when you guys are streaming it, but mine seems to be. That game needs some changes. I mean, you're talking
Hell
about
yeah.
Pokemon, but let's first of all start off with Mermaid Man. Like, why
Congrats.
is my Fortnite world covered in water? That's a bad idea. What are these marauders? Nobody
So-
wants them.
Did you watch after it released and the water was all the way up and you could swim through it and stuff?
Like in the storm.
Why did that go away?
Like it would have been cool if the storm was
Yeah.
water.
Why not keep the water or the storm as the water like they had it for a little bit?
Season's weird.
I don't. I think they came out with something and just realized it was a mistake, and they're trying to fix it little by little. Hence the reducing water on the map.
Well, that's all up to something, which that's
I think they want you to think that.
well, yeah, that could be true.
No, but I mean, I'm sure they do have a plan. Fortnite, the Epic has created such a great game. They've done some of the craziest things we'll ever see in any video game ever. I mean, they had movie night. Did
Yeah.
you visit movie night? There
Yeah,
was
you could
a
have
night
watched
that you could pick a
Inception.
movie, and you could literally fly down, sit there with your friends, watch the movie in Fortnite. They had 3 movies. I think they had Inception, Jurassic Park, or something.
No, it was Inception, Batman, and shit, is another Christopher Nolan film, but it was 3 Christopher Nolan films. It was crazy.
Well, I mean, yeah, they've always been really good about that, like social hubby kind of experience of the like living, breathing thing that's kind of happening in front of you, and that's cool.
Inception, Batman Begins, or the Prestige.
Yeah, I don't know what that movie is.
I don't know what that is, but it's Batman, Inception, and the Prestige.
Okay,
But I
well,
mean,
yeah.
they put that in a video game. Do you know how
That-
COVID has affected everyone? How you can't leave your house, can't go to a movie theater? They're so smart. They're very talented, but I don't know what they've done with the last 2 seasons in this game. I have no idea what they're thinking. Are they just trying to get rid of the competitive aspect?
I feel like they're trying to find their. I mean, the problem is they went so far. It went so far up that there's really, I mean, there's eventually a ceiling and they hit it, and I don't think there's anything that they could do that could be like, oh my god. So it's almost like
No, I agree. They've impressed us so much that we have this high expectations. Like everything
Yeah.
they do has to be that high. I get that, and I hold them to a standard to a point. But when your things are failing, why wouldn't you backtrack to a little bit for the things that people are asking for? Like when Cipher, I
I
believe
know
that's what it's called.
you're a big advocate for Cypher.
When you kill somebody, you get health back or shields back. Like
Shields.
if that was the biggest thing, and well, they've removed it after like a month of it or something like that of being in there, and people complained, why would you remove this? And they said, I think their thing was about making it less competitive or something, or it was too much for the better people. But at the same time, it's like, isn't that the whole
That's what
game
made
is
your
being
game
the
big.
best? Being the best, you put $100 million into 1 year of competitive seasons. That doesn't make sense that you take away the most competitive part of the game.
That's why I really think they need to maybe look at different ways of having like levels 1 through 50. You're in a separate like boot camp kind of matchmaking that's not nearly as sweaty, but leaving the competitive edge outside of that. Maybe not levels 1 through 50, but find that a thing.
You cut out there. What'd you say there?
I was saying they needed to find a way to. It's skill-based matchmaking isn't the thing, but not
No.
like leave your competitive edge alone, and find a way for like the younger kids, like because there's a lot of 4 and 5-year-olds playing the game, and obviously it's not fun for them if they just land and get killed.
Okay, yeah, but I think they should do something like Apex Legends. You get placed, like you get a rank based on how you do and how you place in the game. Like how many games you win,
yeah.
you get points, and that you become bronze or silver or gold or platinum. Blah blah blah. Keep going up.
Yeah,
And
no,
you get
that's what
placed
I
with
mean.
those. There's so many people playing the game. You have to be placed around some people. I don't want to play a game with a bunch of bots and then last one I run against Ninja and Squad. Like that's the last thing I need because I'm in such a chill mode. It's like, oh, I just killed 5 people with 1 round of AR bullets, and then next thing I know, I turn, I see somebody crank out a
Defuse right
tower as that says Tim the Tatman's the coolest as he's shooting me, and he's still building. Like I don't need that to happen to me. I don't need to go from.
He fires off his sniper round, and then before it hits you, he's dancing because he already knows that he killed you. No, and that's what I mean. Is like they've got that leveling system, and there needs to be like a lock in place. It's like, you got bronze as your bottom, where that's where they start merging you into competitive. But
Exactly.
anything below that, you just it's let the kids that are like 4, 5, 6 years old be stuck in this lower division where it's a lot of bots, occasionally another player, but it's other 4 and 5 and 6, other people that are on their skill level.
In hot take, I honestly rather them bring back skill matchmaking versus what they've done. I think what
absolutely
they've
agree.
done is worse than what we had, but I also think it's a punishment because how many people complained and complained and complained for months or years even for them to get rid of that.
The problem is that they went to the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
I think they did that to punish us, though. I think they're like, we made a game to the best of our abilities. This is what we think is best. If you're going to complain about it, let us show you what you want.
Yes, it is bad. It gets to the point you drop, and by the time that first circle starts coming in, you're down to 39 people in the lobby because 61 of them were bots.
Yeah,
That's way too
I was
high.
watching, I forget who it was on YouTube showing, I think it's Tim the
saw that same
Tatman or
video.
something. They're showing it. They're like, before the first circle, there's 14 people left.
Yeah, it's bad. And now they've thrown the Marauders in there, where it's like, oh, you've landed and you just fought for your life to kill that one dude, so you could run out of Pleasant Park and start heading
So,
away.
if
Boom, Marauders.
if you can make Marauders as good as they are, why can't you make the bots even halfway in between what the Marauder is that could actually shoot you? Just make the bots better. Turn the AI system up to similar to what the Marauders are. I mean, like, have some common ground. They go from like literally walking into a bush versus the Marauders that will snipe you from 400 yards out.
Some of the bots, you'll aim at them and they'll just turn around, snap onto you, but just stand there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But then on the other side, you have some of the bots that will turn around and look at you. You'll lock onto them with your sniper, and as soon as you pull the trigger, they strafe one step left.
Yeah.
You dick.
Yeah, there's
No,
so many
it-
updates I want to see. Fortnite's something that needs a lot of them, or backtracking. I think their most popular side game they had was the agency squad battles,
Games.
the spy games, and then they did this stupid Overwatch payload remake. Oh, it's so. Oh, I just want to throw up thinking about it.
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
So, and then they take that away, and then they bring back the thing, but made it 2v2, the worst form of it.
Yeah.
And I get there are a lot of glitches and stuff, and people probably complain about that. But at least majority of the time, you got to play through all 4 or 5 rounds if you're succeeding.
The thing that's upsetting me right now is with all the stuff that the little tweaks that could be made, gun balances need to be made right now.
Yeah,
The new
agreed.
season's kind of a hot mess, but you know what's coming in the next couple of weeks?
Probably nothing
Vehicles. Vehicles
Ooh.
are coming
good.
back.
All right, cool.
That'll be fun.
But that
Yeah.
that shouldn't be the focus right now.
Well, getting rid of the water, like Walty was saying earlier, is that the water allows you to travel faster.
It
Since they
does.
had the water almost everywhere, people are going to be used to traveling that fast.
yeah.
The vehicles are going to help make up for that difference. So it kind of makes sense they're doing that. And
Yeah,
I,
but the guns need tweaked first. The
And-
water should have never been there.
I feel like we kind of skipped Walty on this subject. Walty,
Oh, no,
what do you
I'm
think
fine.
about Fortnite?
I don't know. I just make it a regular game again. Like, you know, the way it was. Like, it was
Get rid of
just-
the agency kind of aspect.
Yeah, that was like I feel like that's been around for a really long time. Like, I
February
understand
or
it's hard
March?
for them to, you know, like the world changed very quickly and without, you know, much, you know.
Well, I thought they were going to die off when they did the whole wave.
yeah,
I thought they were going to kill off all the Marauders and just make it back to normal.
yeah, you
But
know,
they did
something
not.
like that.
They got
No.
stronger.
Or no, they brought the Marauders.
Yeah, they
The
got rid of the
Marauders, yeah,
agents.
Yeah.
Hey!
But it seems like they've got some kind of story going on with it,
Yeah.
so they want to tell a story with it. So.
I wish they could just make them like 2 weeks apart, or like just like 2 weeks of this, and that goes to 2 weeks of that, and then. But no, it's like 2 months, and I get COVID did delay a lot of it, and I respect that. I understand it's going to happen, but I just think is too long, and I'm just struggling. Anytime I get on Fortnite, it's a chore.
They need to focus somehow on how to get Ninja, Courage, and Tim the Tatman playing it again.
They were just playing it when Ninja came to YouTube.
But that was one day, and now they're all back to just playing Warzone.
Are they playing Warzone? They're not playing.
Tatman was playing Warzone all day today.
I know he would be. I thought Ninja was playing Valorant a lot.
Hey, he's playing some of that too, but I
He's
mean he's not
insane,
playing
dude.
Fortnite.
He is insane in that game.
No, as
It-
much grief as that guy gets from some people, he's one of the best for a reason.
It's also like blind in one eye. Like it's just
Yes.
incredible how good he is with
Yeah,
one
that's
eye.
that's
Like he has like
something about him that gets highly overlooked all the time.
yeah.
is the
People are
issues
like,
he has.
oh, you're not as good as you used to be. It's like yeah, I have like 50 cataract surgery. So yeah, Ninja. I don't know how old he was, but he had to go to the hospital one time and went to an eye doctor and the nerves like was almost like severed from his eye.
Oh shit.
Like detaching, and they had to do surgery, and he has vision in it. It's just not as strong, and it's just like pretty much gone. And people just shit
Was
on
it
him
like a
for
nerve
being
or-
getting worse and not being like he is one of the best players all around in any shooter game, and people are just like, yeah, but Tifu's better. Well, Tifu has 2 functioning eyes, like 100%, to our knowledge, that is. But I mean, and Tifu is also a monster at Fortnite too. He also created things in that game that nobody saw at the time when he brought it out. So
But I mean, he's also he's getting older. I mean, that's
that's very true. Yeah,
when you start to
he's
get a little bit older.
probably 27 or 28 now.
So hey, I'd say that's
I
probably.
think he's my age, maybe a year older than me. Let's find out. 29. He's 29.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, your
almost
hand-eye
at 30.
coordination starts to dwindle a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, Halo 3 came out. I've been playing the hell out of that. I actually ran into a lot of old pros that I used to play with, or play against, I should say. And they're so happy. It's just like Christmas came early for these people. And it's just like talking to them, seeing just them play at their best and just loving the game again. It's so nice because they haven't had that in like three series, which is almost 9 years, almost a whole decade of just playing bad games. So bad that they had to bring back the old ones to make it good again.
But don't worry, Infinite's coming soon. We'll see what happens. With that.
I hope the primary goes back to a battle rifle. Get rid of the pistol. I thought it was cool in Halo 5, but I want to go back to the battle rifle days. I want them to go back to making maps that are good, make them symmetrical, make power weapons in the middle of the map that you have to fight for. I mean, go back to the maps that were so popular: Sanctuary, Narrows, Lockout.
No.
It's not symmetrical, but
No, don't do that. Make new maps that
But I
are
mean-
reminiscent of those.
yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
don't have to reuse them, but
Sprinkle a couple in there, please.
Exactly.
By all means.
my biggest thing with Reach, why it's
Just
such
not hang
a
'em
big, boring competitive game, is because they had Zealot, Zealot, Countdown, and I can't think. There's a third competitive map. Then everything else was Forge made, so it's just
Cycle, yeah.
so they're just gray. Though every map was gray. They didn't have any color. It was almost boring to play on these maps. They had like 4 or 5 remakes of maps, which were great. I'm glad they brought them in, but they're remakes in Forge mode, so they're just bland and playing on them sucked.
You want to just play Hang 'em High?
Yeah. Oh God, get out of here. I mean, all right. Thank you so much for joining this section.
Well, I mean, moving away from the sovereign and the wishes and the dreams I mean, what's coming out that we're excited? Well, first I would say if you're watching this on YouTube, let us know down below what games you think and what you think about these games and updates for stuff you'd like to see.
Absolutely.
But we could also start to touch on, is there anything coming up we're excited about?
Yeah, I don't know if any games are really, other than Halo Infinite, obviously it's coming out, that I'm really excited for. But I know I'm pretty sure Fast and Furious 9000 is coming out this year.
Is that a movie?
Yes,
Is that the one with the return of Lucas Black?
I hope so.
I really hope so too.
I know it's the return of some people that were dead. At least we
know
thought.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll touch on it quick because you said we've been live for a while.
Yeah, almost an hour.
I'm really looking forward to PGA Tour 2K21.
Oh, nice.
Oh yes, is that going to be on the Game Pass?
I'm not sure if it will be, but I don't care. I'll spend $100 on that game if I have to.
Oh, we're gonna have to play.
Wasteland 3 is coming. I love those games. And then, of course, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake.
Awesome.
Remaster, sorry.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I know a lot of people are getting hyped about that. I watched somebody on TikTok, probably about, I think he was 75 or something like that, doing a double kickflip. Is nuts. Watching this guy, he just picked up a skateboard. He's like, yeah, who's excited for Tony Hawk coming back? Grabbed the thing. I thought he was going to fall and literally does a double kickflip. Like double rotation. I'm like,
I can't think of any movies I'm excited. Fast and Furious would be it because I just.
that's actually 2021. I just checked it out.
Oh no!
I think it was supposed to come out this year, but I think it got delayed.
Lucas Black, if you're out there listening, you are my favorite character from Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And I love you.
Yeah, I'm
well,
excited.
while Walty's hungry.
Yeah, we'll
I'm sorry,
we'll
guys.
cut it off. Let me see. April 21 is the release date.
April 20.
Let me see if there's a casting here. John Cena, I know he's in it. Lucas Black will be in it.
Sold.
Yeah, Han's gonna be back. Whoop whoop.
Oh yeah, because he was never dead.
But we thought he was like Letty.
We've been bamboozled.
Cardi B's gonna be in this movie.
Nice.
All right, pass.
Oh, she's so funny.
Tyrese Gibson.
Ty's coming back.
Yeah, Ty's coming back. Bow
Oh.
Wow. Bow Wow's gonna be in it.
That's all right. I can say that's cool.
We got Ludacris, of course.
Of
Luda.
course. Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Ludacris, Fast and Furious movies.
Yep.
Fast and Furious 2, when they get to the boat party,
Yes.
I got hoses playing in the background of that scene.
Yes.
Is Ludacris a famous rapper in the Fast and Furious movies, or is he a different character and
not.
Ludacris is the one singing the song?
He's a different character.
Because
But I do like
that was always some weird thing that's like, okay, he's not Ludacris in this movie, but Ludacris is playing.
That would be a cinema sin.
that would be a
Yeah.
citizen. Yeah. You ever run into that guy on YouTube?
No, I have not.
Oh, do yourself a favor when you're done with this. Check out Citizen.
He probably does every single Fast and
He
Furious.
does. He does.
Sure.
All of them.
Yeah,
They're
Sin.
amazing. So what he does, he takes the movies that he
So-
watches and gives them a point for everything that they kind of overuse
Like a
or
cliche or
mistakes or
something.
cliches
Or an oversight like that. He would see that. It's like Ludacris is playing in
yes,
a movie
Ludacris
that
is
Ludacris is acting in. So
yes.
does Ludacris exist in this world?
He would have said exactly what you said and then give him a point, like a sin.
Cinema of Sin?
Cinema sin.
Cinema Sin.
Sins.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
It's like cinema sins, and they're all
It's like Citizens.
Citizens.
Yeah, they're all
yes.
titled
Oh, it's
Cinema
amazing.
Sin
Nothing wrong
Kane.
with it.
He probably has like 600 videos up there on movies. Like
Oh,
he
geez,
dissects.
okay.
He worked in a movie theater, with him and his partner that do the YouTube videos with him. They also do TV shows like The Office too. Not all of them, just certain episodes. But they will watch Dragon Ball. What's that Dragon Ball
Evolution.
Evolution? Man, I never saw so many sins in a movie. But he'll do good movies and he'll do bad movies and movies that he just watches for the YouTube videos. I mean, it's just amazing what he does. We watch it pretty much every day and we laugh every day.
It's so funny.
He's great.
Check it out.
Yeah. But all right,
Well-
I think that's going to be it. Rob, do you have any closing statements or anything?
Just appreciate you guys listening in. You can catch me if you want to watch any of the live streaming. I play a lot of Fortnite, Warzone, Escape from Tarkov, shooters, you name it. I'm there. I got it.
I got this.
Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And if you got anything you want to hear us talk about in the future, feel free, leave it in the comments below. Or as always, you can find Discord links to both Cool Guy Zone and my own personal Twitch server or Discord servers. Come in there and chat with us. Let us know what you want to talk about.
Absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here again. We appreciate doing another episode with you, and hope to see you. I don't know when next day we're going to be back, but I want to do something soon. I know that for sure. I'm hoping our AC unit gets back, and then we're not in a 87-degree bungalow. Hashtag Bungalow Brothers. But yeah, if you want to help support our channel growing, we do have a link under. It's going to be Food for Group. You could donate to the channel. It goes to all of us. We're going to have subscriptions up there so we could start covering more content, be here more often. Not only streaming, but doing podcasts, making more YouTube videos. Ginty95, he's coming back. He's going to start doing editing for our videos, I think, next week. He's got a lot of work to do, so probably have to invest in some water because he'll probably die up here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is too damn hot.
Yeah, I know somewhere in the world, wherever he is right now, he's sweating.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We got some more content coming up. If you have any suggestions, anything you want us to cover, movies, TV shows, we're going to skip politics. We don't want to get into that. But anything,
fun stuff.
yeah, fun things. I mean, today was mostly rants on games that we had high hopes for, and our dreams were shot down. But it's a lot of fun talking. We do appreciate you being here for the second Cool Guy Zone podcast, and I'm excited to start have our third one come up soon.
Oh yeah.
Every time you want me.
Make sure you stop by at twitch.tv/CoolGuyZoneTTV. We stream every
Nailed it.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, going till 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we try to get up all of our Smash tournaments up on Mondays and Tuesdays. We had to skip the last 2 weeks, but we hope to have them up soon.
Shout out to who for winning the last tournament?
What's that?
Shout out to who for who won the last tournament? Let's give him a shout out.
Julius.
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 Heatstroke. Heatstroke came back from losers bracket. Not only won, he reset the bracket. He won 6-0 against somebody that took him to game 5 in the winners bracket.
And was that your EG boy?
No, it was Deku.
Deku.
When did Deku take him to?
Was it Deku
game
or
5?
Dexus?
Wouldn't that be?
No,
game
because
3, you mean?
remember we had the mess up, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll replay it." He lost. He won the next one, and then Julius like, you know what? Let's
Yeah, that's
because
right,
we
that's
had a
right,
mess
that's right,
up. Let's
that's
play
right.
another. So he
Yeah,
ended up
yep,
being
yep.
a best of 5.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so it is insane though, but we're excited. Next week, starting Sunday, we're gonna have another tournament come up. But podcast wise, please give us feedback, any kind of content you want us to talk about. Otherwise, I think next one's going to be on E3 and what to expect with video games and what's going to happen this year, because COVID is ruining a lot of
Change
it.
the way we look at everything,
Yeah, exactly.
and the way we find everything out, and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where we go for our groundbreaking video gaming news? Is it still coming out at the same time, or
Yeah.
is everyone spacing it out because they don't all have to be in the same place at the same time with the news? We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, let's start you off with a question too. When we end this, let us know in the chat: is Breath of the Wild 2 coming out this year, or is it going to get delayed?
Oh! It's gonna get delayed. If it's anything like Breath of the Wild, it's gonna get delayed.
All right, everyone, have yourself a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in. Darkazard, good night, Dad.
Guys, have yourself a great night. Watch the bottom step on your way out.
That's our line. All right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.